and then, and probably Ariel will start the beginning of it as well, okay? Good. So the questions were related to that speaking task, all right? Remember
Yes.
that the answers had to be positive. All of them positive. Yeah? So, you, Chris, I'm gonna ask you and you have to answer positively. Have you ever spoken to a tourist in English?
Must.
Sorry?
Repeat, please.
The first question, have you ever spoken to a tourist in English? When and why?
Deixa eu ver se eu botei certo, tá?
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Perfect.
When I studied at another English school, the teacher invited a couple
A touristic couple
tourist couple to participate in the English class with us, and we enjoyed the opportunity to ask questions.
Very good one, Chris. Great answer. My robot. It makes a lot of fun. Great answer, Chris. Excellent, in fact. Okay. Have you ever needed to speak in English on the phone? Who to? What about?
Yes, I have. When I seria attend?
What do you mean attend?
Telephone.
You can say answer the phone.
Answer. When I answered the phone of an engineer at my work, it was a supplier when wanting
Yes.
to talk to him, and I explained that he was at lunch.
Good answer. Very good, dear. That's the answer that I wanted, guys. Very completed. Good. Have you ever said, Andy, I know, I'm not sure if it's true, Chris, what you said, but even if it's creative, it is very good. Okay. Have you ever sent an email in English? Chris,
yes,
my throat is terrible.
Yes.
I scream it a lot. I mean, a lot. Thank goodness tomorrow it's a holiday.
Yes, I have. I work as a buyer. Yes.
Okay,
so,
yes.
When important, como é que eu até tentei colocar, mas seria demandas de importação. Como é que eu poderia?
Let me see if there is a specific term, Chris, for us to learn. What is the name?
Por exemplo,
De
que
importação.
eu trabalho como compradora, então é muito... Calma. Então, é muito importante as demandas internacionais.
So the international demands are really important? Important, or was it something? Or is...
Are really important and it's necessary to send an email to the suppliers
To send or to send?
to send. Yes.
To send. Good, because it's in the infinitive form.
Okay.
Perfect. Have you ever seen a movie or video clip in English? Which? How much did you understand?
Yes, I have. I don't remember the name, but my teacher already but put putting
But
putting
or play it in that situation would be fit better.
played played.
Okay, perfect. Good?
Good.
Perfect. How much did you understand?
So.
I want a number.
Mais ou menos. Como é que eu posso? Hã?
A little bit?
Yes, a little bit. Depends the the video, the video clip.
Video clip, very good. Great. Have you ever read a book or magazine in English? Which ones?
No, I haven't. Eu posso dizer, eu ainda não consigo.
I still can't.
I still can't.
Yes.
Now,
Yes, maybe some easier books. Do you have Kindle?
no.
Chris? No? Okay, yes, because some people read on Kindle, some people read on tablets as well. Yes.
Yes.
Good. Have you ever asked for directions in English in a foreign country? My voice is terrible, yes. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry. No, I haven't. I never traveled
I have
abroad.
never
I have
traveled. Yes, instead of I never.
yes
Uh-huh.
traveled abroad.
Abroad. Okay. Have you ever used an app or website to improve your English? Remember that improve it's the same as to get better.
Yes, I have the app Duolingo
Duolingo, perfect.
to practice English.
Did you say use it or I have used it?
I have now.
Sorry?
I have.
I have used it. Yes?
Yes.
Good. Perfect. Could you pass the test? Good. Question 1 of letter of number 2. Chris, read for me, please.
Are people from your country good at learning language?
Languages?
Why not? Do you think Americans are good at learning your language?
Okay, what do you think, Chris, of those? Give your opinion of if Brazilians are good at learning languages.
Yes, I think.
I think we are.
Yes, we
Okay.
are. But Americans are bad learning Portuguese,
At learning.
at learning.
Perfect. Good. What is a topic sent? It explains here, okay? The paragraphs in English, Chris, they generally start with what we call topic sentence. Topic sentence is probably what the whole text is going to be about, okay? Let me delete the answers here. Okay. Are Americans really so bad at learning languages? Okay. So I want you to read the paragraph 1.
That's been true for a long time. In city around the world, you can hear
You can hear
you can hear American tourists asking for their restaurant menu in English. Sometimes they try to say a couple of
phrases.
phrases in the local language, but they stop making effort as soon as they discover that the waiter knows a little English. Knows a little English. Some Americans who live abroad
more open, yes, abroad,
often spend all their time with other Americans and never learn the language at all.
You can do a link, yes, in American, at all.
Hello.
At all.
Hello, dear.
Hello.
Good evening.
The beach is arrived.
Oh my God. And how are you feeling about Lula's election?
I'm so very happy. I'm never happier in my life. And
me neither. Me neither.
What page?
It's page dear 58.
Repeat, please.
58, yes.
Thank you.
And then, Ariel, I just want you to send me by WhatsApp the recordings, okay? Of those.
Okay, I forgot.
No, don't worry, because we did it right now, in fact. Okay?
All right.
We just did, but then you sent to me and I'll check your pronunciation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? And we are discussing, Ariel, in this lesson, if Brazilians are bad or good at learning languages, and if Americans are good or bad at learning English. Okay? And just just before you entered, we just read the paragraph 1, okay? And I want you to read it again, so you get along with us.
Okay.
That first paragraph, that's been true.
Say?
Yes.
Okay. That's been true for a long time. In any city around the world, you can hear American tourists asking for the restaurant menu in English. Sometimes they try to say a couple of phrases in the local language, but they stop making effort as soon as they discover that the waiter knows a little English. Some Americans who lived abroad often abroad. Okay. Some Americans who live abroad often spend all their time with other Americans and never learn the language at all.
Very good. And guys, just remember to this part here that we discussed it fast about the topic sentence, okay? Each paragraph starts with one idea of what the paragraph is going to be about. So let's do, of course, this number 1 is letter E, yes?
Okay.
topic sentence is, Americans are famous for being bad at learning languages.
Right.
Yes, that's true for a long time. Now, I want you to silent read the paragraph 2 and decide what is the best paragraph topic.
Okay. Só uma dúvida, a gente tem que colocar as letras da letra B nessa parte do texto do lado direito, certo?
Yes, but only the paragraph 2 for now.
Ok.
What do you think it's the best, guys?
D.
D? Let's check. Do you agree, Chris?
Yes.
Yes? And it is correct. It is correct. Motivation is obviously a problem. Read for me, Chris, the paragraph.
Many Americans think I don't have to learn foreign language because everyone speaks English nowadays. This is partly true. In many multinational companies, for example, employees have to speak English because it's the company's official language of communication.
Perfect. Just some pronunciations of, for example,
Example.
and employees. Employees. Yes. Good. Great. Now read for me, Ariel, too.
To employers,
No, until employees.
employees.
Yes, and guys, sometimes I know these two words can be very tricky, yes? Employer, it is the person who gives the job.
Okay.
Employee, or in the plural, employees, okay? People who work for someone. Good?
Famoso patrão e empregado.
Exactly. Employer,
Oh, I have
employee.
a doubt.
Ask me.
When I can use work and when I can use job.
Depends on the sentence. For example, to say as a verb, you always going to use work. I work in a school. I work for MEA. Depends on the preposition, okay? But when you're talking as a noun, you can say, I'm going to work as the place. I'm going to my job. Okay, so job, it's more like the noun, as we have seen as the substantive, and work, it's the verb and the substantive too.
Job is mostly used when it means a space, right?
Not
no?
necessarily.
Okay.
Can also be hypothetical in that situation, that it's work, it's something that it's not physical.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So, but that's a good doubt, because if you're talking about, guys, job positions, can you see that it's not work positions? Job positions, it's when the company opens. Oh, we have 3 new job positions. 1 for manager. Got it?
Yeah,
It's that wouldn't sound nice, work positions, you know?
work positions is better.
Do you think? In the corporative, they use more jobs.
All right.
That
It's more serious?
Kind of that. I think I would check a definition then here. Chris, your turn here to read. Oh, is that you, Chris? No, it's
No.
Maria.
Yeah.
Please.
Pra
Go.
ler, pra ler de novo?
Yes.
Many Americans think a three or two.
The two.
All right. Many Americans think I don't have to learn a foreign language because everyone speaks English nowadays. This is partly true. In many multinationals companies, for example, employees have to speak English because it's the company's official language of communication.
Communication. Yes. It is the company's official
Official
language. Remember the other G. Yes, guys. The language.
all right.
Good. Now, read the paragraph 3 in silence and decide what is the best topic sentence. Finished?
Yes,
What do you think now, guys?
but I think it's F.
Okay, and you,
But
Chris?
I
You
don't
too?
know.
Do you
Yes.
agree, Chris?
Eu tô coreano.
Sorry?
O cara ia falar, tá dito.
Ei, mulher, não, nada disso.
Good. Now you, Chris, read for me. Including the topic sentence. What is the topic sentence? The situation?
Okay. The situation in American schools doesn't help either. Most American children only have to learn a language until they are 14 or 15. After that, they don't have to continue if they don't want to. Many young people say that they don't want to continue studying a foreign language because it's too difficult.
Can you see? Sometimes it's also because they are lazy. Go, Ariel, read for me, please.
Most American children only have to learn a language until they are 14 or 15. After that, they don't have to continue
Continue.
if they don't want to. Many young people say that they don't want to continue studying a foreign language because it's too difficult. Oh my
Many of the words is continue studying. Good one, guys.
preguiçoso.
How do you say preguiçoso in English?
Lazy.
Lazy.
I just heard it that you
Yes.
say now.
Just repeating, that's great. Okay. Silent reading for paragraph 4.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Just a second, guys. It's done. What do you think it's the supporting? In fact, the topic sentence.
Me? Oh, sorry.
Can be,
I think it's letter B.
do you agree, Chris?
Yes.
Perfect. Starting by you, Ariel, now. What is the supporting sentence?
Okay. Only support sentence?
The supporting in the paragraph.
Okay. Can I start with the paragraph?
No, you have to start with the topic in sentence.
Okay.
Because it's the continuation, you know? It was supposed
Yes.
to be here in the beginning.
Right. Right. But what happens when an American tries to learn a new language after leaving school? A newspaper decided to find out by sending Max, one of its journalists, on an intensive language course. He then had intensive language course. He then had to go to the country and do some tests to see if he could survive in different situations.
Perfect. Chris?
But what happens when an American tries to learn a new language after leaving school? A newspaper decided to find out by sending Max, one of these journalists, on an intensive language course. He then had to go to the country and do some tests to see if he could survive in different situations.
Good. I'd like to visit Puerto Rico and Latin America in the future. If I go, I don't want to be the typical American who expects everyone else to speak English. He did a 1-month intensive course at a language school in Washington, D.C. I read for you guys. What is the best topic sentence?
See,
See? Good. What is the topic sentence, Chris?
Max decided to learn Spanish.
Okay.
Continue.
Yes, please.
I'd like to visit Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico and Latin America in the future. If I go, I don't want to be the typical American who expects everyone else to speak English. He did a 1-month intensive course at a language school in Washington, D.C.
Good. Read for me too, Ariel.
Max decided to learn Spanish. I'd like to visit Puerto Rico. I'd like to visit Puerto Rico and Latin America. Latin America, tudo junto. And Latin America in the future. If I go, I don't want to be the typical American who expects everyone else to speak English. He did a 1-month intensive course at a language school in Washington, D.C.
Perfect. Right. Now read for me silently. Not read for me. In fact, read this silence, number 6. My God, I wish I had my cat's life. She's just here lying. No worries. Guys, did you see that the dollar went down?
Yes, a Lula effect. I like it,
Guys,
like it.
all the world leaders were congratulating the Prime Minister of Canada, Norway.
Russian. The Russian
Yes,
president.
yes, but Russia, I'm a little bit afraid.
But it's better.
It's
his
better to
friend-
be friends
his
than
friend.
enemies.
Yes.
You were correct, Ariel. I got your point now. Let's be friends. Let's not be enemies of that crazy man.
Enemy only two, right?
Sorry, depends.
Enemies only. Inimigo só do Bolsonaro, como é que fala? Enemy only.
For Bolsonaro.
Only for Bolsonaro.
Yes. Good.
Right.
Okay, guys, what do you think it is?
I think it letter A.
Agree.
Okay. Wait for me. You, Ariel.
When his course ended. Oh, sorry. So what happened after 4 weeks? Eu fiquei em dúvida, só um ponto aqui. Eu fiquei, tipo, de onde nada elas tiram essas 4 semanas. Aí eu lembrei que ia falar de um mês. Tipo, ele foi por
yes.
um mês e 4 semanas. Tá subentendido, né?
Exactly. And guys, related to that, it's very important because for us, it doesn't make all that sense. But I'm not sure if you know, but many American companies and many, in fact, employers in Canada, they just earn their money every 2 weeks. You know, the wage, it's a little bit different. There, they do not have paid vacation, for example, in some companies. They receive every 2 weeks. So they do not count as a month, you know? They count every 2 weeks. Totally different.
Makes a mess.
But in fact, it's good. If you calculate the number of the weeks and the number of the payments, that's why we have the 13th salary here in Brazil.
All right.
52 weeks, Ariel, divided by 4. Then check there. It's gonna give you.
Calculator here. 52 divided by 4. 13.
So 12 months of payment, 1 extra because we have worked.
All right.
Not in my case. I don't have the 13th salary. It's the thing I miss the most. It's everybody's reaching December and I só aquele cachorrinho das eleições americanas.
Eu bem assim de saúde no final do ano.
Eu amei o Twitter foi uma mulher lá, ela, how did they count all votes in one night?
É uma senadora. Hi.
We have a participant.
Right.
Pandora, I have put food for you. Go away.
All right. Let me read. So what happened after 4 weeks? When his course ended, he went to San Juan, Puerto Rico, for the weekend to take his tests. A teacher called Nilda met him there and gave him a score out of 10 for each test and then a final score for everything. Meu Deus, ela arrasou.
Okay, just pay attention. Remember that pronunciation, we have 2 L's, called. Yes, guys, it is extremely hot today.
I mean, ar-condicionado. Como é que fala ar-condicionado?
What rich bitch. Air conditioning.
It's my partner of my apartment.
It's right? The office?
It's the office. No, it's her bedroom. But she's not here. So I'm appropriated of the place.
Correct. You are correct. Good. Please.
Um, when his car, no, come. So what happened after 4 weeks? When his course ended, he went to San Juan,
Yes.
Puerto Rico, for the weekend to take his test. A teacher called Nilda met him there and gave
Matt.
him a met him there and gave him a score out of 10 for each test, and then a final score for
A final?
a final score for everything.
Good.
Eu achei esse parágrafo tão ruim de ler.
Really? Let me read for you guys. When his course ended, he went to San Juan, Puerto Rico for the weekend to take his tests. A teacher called Nina met him there and gave him a score out of 10 for each test, and then a final score for everything. Because, guys, he's going to do 4 different tests. Okay?
Right.
So let's check these tests. That other part, guys, you can do at home, okay? The letter C. It's just to check some.
I have the
accent.
book.
You have the book, yes. Now
Right,
you do. Okay.
Or a drink.
Can
and,
I play here? You have to complete, okay? Can I?
Yes.
7.12. There were 4 tests for me to complete in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I had to order a drink and a sandwich in a cafe, ask the price, and understand it. Then I had to ask for directions on the street and follow. Then I had to get a taxi to a historical building in San Juan. And finally, I had to call somebody and leave a message on their voicemail. There were just 3 rules. You must not use a dictionary or phrasebook app. You must only speak Spanish, and you can't use your hands or mime or write anything down.
Repeat, please, teacher.
I don't understand nothing, only the first sentence. The rest is
It's the
slow
thing,
up.
guys, that he is allowed to do and that he's not allowed to do during the tests.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Now that's good because the buzzer increased home just in the mirror and she was scared like, oh,
Pizza.
pizza. You know, I'm not sure. My boyfriend asked me to go there for us to have pizza, and I'm not sure. I'm tired.
No, I need pizza.
Oh, I wanted a hamburger. Something fat. Sure. Good.
7.12. There were 4 tests for me to complete in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I had to order a drink and a sandwich in a cafe, ask the price, and understand it. Then I had to ask for directions on the street and follow them. Then I had to get a taxi to a historical building in San Juan. And finally, I had to call somebody and leave a message on their voicemail. There were just 3 rules. You must not use a dictionary or phrasebook app. You must only speak Spanish, and you can't use your hands or mime or write anything down.
Because tá misturado isso. Tipo assim, ele lê uma, aí depois vai pra de baixo. Aí eu tô continuando a de cima.
Uh-huh.
Só que,
I'm
tipo
lost.
assim, eu entendi, tipo, order a drink and can't. Não é quente, não é quente não.
Sand.
And
Não é quente não, olhei agora.
7.12. There were 4 tests for me to complete in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I had to order a drink and a sandwich in a cafe.
a
Sand.
sandwich, guy.
Sand.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sandwich. Oh,
Eu entendi
Eu entendi
sand.
sand também. Eu falei, areia deve ser uma metáfora.
Sand, yes. But the thing is, guys, did you realize that when they are speaking sandwich, sometimes the D is suppressed, yes?
All right. Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Vocês viram um que era uma pessoa assim, porque todo mundo ensina tudo, né, na internet. Aí era uma pessoa, não pronuncia o T das palavras. Aí é um vídeo bem
Sandwich.
engraçado. Aí é o bonequinho, em vez de falando tomato, aí ele, tomato. Porque não são regras gerais,
Eu não
claro.
vi, não.
Tu não viu, não? Eu vou mandar para vocês. E aí, guys, sometimes when you're listening to sandwich, you're not going to listen sandwich. This D is so strong. Sandwich.
Sandwich. Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Ask
Right.
and understand it. Then I had to ask for directions on the street and follow them.
Follow. That's I understand.
Yes.
I understood.
Did you get that, Chris?
Yes.
No.
He's faster
Sorry?
than my ears. He's faster than my ears.
Then you are.
Sorry. My ears so slow.
No, it's just getting used.
Then I had to get a taxi to a historical building in San Juan.
Taxi.
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 Go by
Right.
taxi.
And finally, I had to call somebody and leave a message on their voicemail. There were just 3 rules. You must not use a dictionary or phrasebook app.
Dictionary.
Yes.
Dictionary.
Of
You must
Facebook.
only speak Spanish.
Speak Spanish, right?
Yes. When I went to Mexico, I didn't speak any Spanish.
Alright. Imagina você lá, é igual na França, quando você chega falando inglês, eles nem olham pra sua cara.
They hate.
And you can't use your hands or mime or write anything down.
Hands.
Okay, and guys, remember that the verb mime is, okay, when you're making mimic, okay, but the verb is mime.
Mime. Mime. Right.
If you're playing image and action,
Right. What is mean? Write anything down.
write down, it's the same as when you are writing.
Literally.
Literally, yes, writing
Right.
down something. Because can you imagine, guys, you are in a different country and you don't understand what the person, can you wait a little bit? And then you go understand, you're gonna write it. It's not so helpful, yes? Good. Now, guys, let's take a look at the highlighted phrase. Repeat for me that pronunciation is important. Highlighted phrase.
Highlighted phrase.
Highlight phrase.
Okay. Do it. It's important. Qual dessas já aqui?
Must only speak Spanish. Qual? A debaixo de cima.
Pode ser qualquer uma. Do it. It's important.
You must. You have to. All right.
You must and you have it too. Okay, guys? We're gonna see the differences between these two. When we are translating to Portuguese, they have the same meaning. Right?
Right.
But in English, they are a little bit different, okay? The usage. But of course, if you're saying you have to, it is strong. But if you say must, you're being just a little bit more polite. Okay? Instead of good. And Chris, don't do this. It's a bad idea.
Can. And you must not. You can't. Yes.
Yes, I think it has to be the you can't. You can't use. Okay? Now look at an extract from the article in two. What does the highlighted phrase mean? I don't have to.
Eu não tenho que, eu não preciso.
Yes, but do you think it's better?
I don't need to do this,
This?
sorry.
Or I
Right.
can't do this.
I don't need to do this.
I don't need to do this.
Right, sorry. Right, sorry.
What do you mean?
I don't have to.
I don't have to. Yes, that meaning it's the same as I don't need to. Yeah,
Right?
it
Because
is.
I have them. All right.
You are correct. More than correct. Totally correct. Good?
Foi no chute,
Good.
mas...
Okay.
But now I learned.
Now you're learning, right? My God. Eu acho que meu fone quebrou. Teu
Ih.
fone não solta não.
Mais uma derrota pro governo Lula.
Porém, foi antes, foi no governo Bolsonaro, como tudo é ruim.
Então, mais uma vitória pro governo Bolsonaro. É.
Yeah. Okay, guys, now let's learn more about this. The use of infinitive. Eita, eu nem sei se eu te expliquei essa parte, Ariel.
Aí vai lá para trás, né?
É, aí vai lá para trás.
Tô procurando
Só
aqui.
que, o que acontece? Eu sempre peço para as meninas mandarem para mim depois que elas terminam uma página dessa inteira, tá? A gente
Ok.
faz 3 lições, aí tem que mandar essa parte aqui respondida para mim, tá certo?
Ô, meu filho, você...
Pede mais alguma coisa? Sim.
Eu ia falar, mas eu falei, não, peraí, tô reclamando demais, mas... Tá, com a página todinha, amigo. É
Não,
só.
mas é só quando termina, ó. Faz uma por lesson.
É uma partezinha dessa por aula, entendi.
Aham.
Eu
E aí,
era tudo agora. Entendi,
não,
faz sentido.
mas já tem que mandar todas, que a gente já viu a 7A, 7B e 7C.
Alright.
Ok? Só que esse aqui eu vou fazer com vocês, guys, porque ele é um pouquinho mais complexo, ok? Read for me the examples, please, Chris, of have to and don't have to here. It's page area 138.
I have to speak English at work. She has to get up at 7 every day. We don't have to. Eu sempre. É wear. Wear a uniform at this school. He doesn't have to work on Saturdays. Do I have to buy a grammar book? What time does she have to get up in the morning?
Very good. So guys, when we are using have to plus the basic form of the verb, we want to talk about the rules and obligations, okay? For example, if you were in a presential class, probably when I had presential classes, I always have some things written, okay? For example, you have to speak English during the class. You can't speak Portuguese. So we usually have to talk about rules and obligations at all in a general context, okay? But if you're going to use have to in the negative, it's gonna be something that it's not necessary, okay? For example, I don't have to wake up early tomorrow. Okay? And something that is not.
Thanks God.
Me too,
Holiday.
neither.
I don't
It's
have to wake
holiday.
up. Me neither.
Neither.
What's the difference between neither and either?
Because either it's the two in the negative. But sometimes if there is another letter here, it is hard to pronounce me either. Sometimes it's used, but it's not so common. So they created this. It's more common to respond, Ariel, negatively. Okay?
Eu também não.
We just say me too for affirmative sentences.
Alright. Eu pensei que eu falava errado a minha vida toda. Tipo, me,
Ah.
neither, ou eita, peraí.
Yes, but if it's to answer negatively, it's me neither. To agree negatively. Guys, now
Alright.
I want you to talk to me. You don't need, I'm not going to write here, but things that you have to do during your day and things that you don't have to do.
Right. Can I start?
Yes.
I have to take a shower in the morning.
It is important for the health.
Very important. And I
To
don't have.
everybody. It
Alright.
is important for everybody.
But some people doesn't do. All right.
Some people don't.
Don't. No, only don't. Right. Sorry. And I don't have to eat more than 6 Como é refeições em inglês?
Meals.
All right. I don't have to eat more than 6 meals in the day.
Meals. A day.
A day, sorry.
Good excellent. Sorry. This is the result of the election, guys. I'm sorry. Praise your example.
It's specific tomorrow?
No. It can be any day.
But I don't have to work
To work,
tomorrow because it's holiday.
because it's a holiday.
It's a holiday.
Oh my God. Thank goodness. Thank to the dead people. Because
That people. Oh, meu Deus.
But
Ai,
it
que
is,
ódio. Não era pra ter rido disso, não. Me senti mal agora.
but unfortunately it's true. Because that, you know that it is very common. Halloween was Monday, yes. I think Dia de los Muertos. It's today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Mexico.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
E é bem interessante, né? Porque, tipo, Halloween celebra, tipo, terror, na verdade, né? Nem, eu acho que nem morto, né? Tipo, questão do terror, Dia das Bruxas. E o Dia dos Muertos, né? Eles celebram as pessoas mortas, tipo assim, pô, todo mundo morto, vamos festejar e tal. É muito
Exactly.
interessante, porque aqui, tipo, a morte tem um significado tão fúnebre,
Negativo, né?
negativo. E lá, tipo, eles celebram mesmo, tipo, morreu, que bom, e tal.
Gente, mas o México tem uma cultura muito legal. Muito legal.
Interessante.
Eu fui para uma apresentação lá em um dos parques que eu fui, bem, tipo assim, 1 hora de Cancún, sabe? E, velho, tinha a parte final, assim, o show deles, da apresentação da cultura de todas as regiões do México. Eles falavam.
Legal.
It was very interesting.
Interessante.
Very nice. Okay? And guys,
Right.
remember that we have to use do and dies when making questions, yes? Do I have, I always listen to you saying this to me in Portuguese. Do I have to read this? Yes?
Eu preciso ler.
Não de precisar, mas de ter. I have to. Do I have
Eu tenho que. Entendi.
Very common, not only you, but all my students do this in Portuguese. Okay, so this is the correct one. Repeat for me.
Do I have to read this?
Perfect. Can you see, guys? It's not a rule, but it's just a question.
All right. Do I have to read it?
Now, let's read this must here. Read for me, Ariel. In the negative.
Must? You must do your homework tonight. She must clean up her room before she goes out. You must not leave your bags here. You can bring You can bring food into the library. Can't.
Into the library.
Library, sorry. Library.
Guys, let's go to the break. I passed it a little bit. I think your pizza is waiting for you.